Hey everybody, aka Patootie and Casey. How's it going? There'll only be a morning stream today. So let's see. Right now, before I've even done anything, it is 8:30. I have a meeting at 1. So if I were to stretch this out, I could do, I guess, 4.5 hours, but I'm probably going to aim for 4 hours. Yeah, I'll probably try to do that. There'll only be a morning stream today. So Adam will try to aim for 4 hours of streaming. Unless he just gets, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Big thing. Am I dropping frames? No, it doesn't look like I am. I don't know what happened yesterday. And it was so annoying. But yeah. Bye, everybody. Have you looked into making the bot work on YouTube? It's extremely annoying. YouTube doesn't have an API for events like messages. It's a long poll every potentially 100K channels. It's 100K timers. I have not looked into making it work, but that's what today is all about. So if it's something I can do, great. The whole thing about making it work on 100K channels or something, I only need to make it work on my channel. So long polling for messages shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I don't know anything about this. Hey, 3 extended. All right, so YouTube API, chat API. How does this work? A live chat message resource represents a chat message in a YouTube live chat. The resource can contain details about several types of messages. So there are a bunch of things I'm going to need to do. Oh yeah, also I made some new emotes. Added Adam, Abby, and Adam, Abby, Keeb emotes. Yeah, by the way, I never actually... Oh, that sucks. That happens every once in a while. All right, let's paste these in chat and see what they look like. Yeah. We got cat emotes now. Nice. I think, hang on, let me see if I have a picture I wanted to share. There was this picture, which I find amazing. She's perfectly loafing. Sure love cats. No keep cam, thank you. Yeah, it just gets turned off every once in a while. I don't know why it does that. What a loaf of cat. All right, there's probably a getting started. Yeah, there's a guide here. The YouTube live streaming API lets you create, update, and manage live events on YouTube. Using the API, you can schedule events, broadcasts, and associate them with video streams, which represent the actual broadcast content. It's comprised of components of the YouTube Data API and YouTube Content ID API. Data allows people to manage their accounts. Content ID enables interaction with their rights management system. However, all the resources that make it up are used only to create and manage live events. Okay. Documents intended for developers want to write applications to facilitate live broadcasting on YouTube. Oh yeah, so that's what I was going to do. I was going to go look at where's the task that I have over here because there's quite a lot that needs to be done. So do I have the simulcast task? Yes. And what's in here? Consider which tools I want. Aggregate chat. Maybe I want bot responses to be per platform. I don't care about that right now. Need to track viewing time based on the platform on. So I guess this kind of stems from this, which is make a YouTube API or make it so the commands can be done over YouTube. Let's just add an item. We'll put it directly in progress. Abbott, get bot to work on YouTube. I might already have this somewhere else. There may already be a task out there floating around that's similar to this. Okay, so goal is get commands like today to work on YouTube. Probably need to make a test account or something for this. How am I going to test this? I have a fake Twitch account, but Twitch has one chat. With Twitch, there's one chat across all videos you ever make. Well, like there's one live chat. No matter I don't know what to say here. There's one live chat. On YouTube, there's a different chat URL per stream. I'm not sure how to test this. Yeah. Let's see what that was. Zimcognito, thanks for subbing. Old time lurker, happy to have you back. How are you? I'm doing well. Good to see you again too. Yeah, I'm not sure if you had seen, but I've been back as of December 4th. Oh yeah, I never actually gave the points to Quickie Joe's. Also, yeah, time, let me alias time to Adam time. There we go. Now the time command actually will work. Let's go see. Yeah. So what is Quickie Joe's name here? I think it's Quickie Joe. Let's just see if that works. We'll find out. Whoops. There we go. All right, now they are rank 4. If they have the right icon, I know that I got the right person. Yeah, that's them. Cool. They got a point. That was for the emojis, new emotes. Rarely using Twitch. Wonderful to have you back. You're the person that inspired me to know everything I can do. Yeah, nice. I'm glad to hear it. I am also streaming. Hey, Matthew. I am also streaming on YouTube. So if you don't want to use Twitch anymore, I guess you can hop on over to YouTube. I don't know if I can link this to you, though. I can definitely link my YouTube channel to you. But I don't know if I can link the live stream to you. I don't know what's against the Twitch rules for this. Anyway, I also made a new YouTube channel yesterday called Adam Mentors. And it's the same link, but with mentors instead of learns. Hey, yo. Anyway, yeah, so let's keep learning about this stuff. Okay, so core concepts. A broadcast represents an event that can be watched on YouTube as it happens. It can also be recorded and saved. A stream identifies the audio-video content that's being communicated. Each broadcast is associated with one video stream. And cue point represents an ad break that can be inserted. Okay, I know I only care about chat, but I kind of want to understand just the high-level bits of the YouTube API here. API use cases. The list below suggests several ways to use the API in your application. Schedule broadcasts, associate video streams with broadcasts, enable broadcasters to define information about it, simplify transitions between them. Oh, there's a testing state. I guess that's how I would test my channel. Before you start, you need a Google account, request an API key, register your application. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that stuff. I'm just gonna keep track of what to do now, but we don't actually do anything yet because there's probably more work than we can fit in the morning, unless I were to cut a lot of corners here. So what did it say? Request an API key and register my application. And then we're gonna eventually need to figure out, no, you know what? Maybe we don't have too much to do. Originally I was thinking, okay, so here's what we've got. Let's say you have a, I don't know, let's say you have a meme command or something like that. And there's some meme content and then a kappa at the end. Okay, so on Twitch, this will actually render as a kappa. On YouTube, it will not render, well, actually kind of will, but not all Twitch emotes are on YouTube. So I was thinking like, do we want custom commands per platform? And no, I don't think so. I don't care about that. I think the thing that's important is having commands work on YouTube. I don't think it's important to have all of them look good yet. Then eventually, if we're like, all right, let's get this working somewhere else, maybe eventually consider that Jump Royale. Consider whether Jump Royale should be able to take in YouTube chat. This would probably be a task in that repo. That'll sure be fun. Oh, Grolly, you too. Jeez, I was gonna say there are a couple people who just came in today who are like, I haven't seen you back in a while. Yeah, I am back, and it's good to be back. Yeah. Well, good to see you both. Helpful for everything in life. Is the game retired? Yeah, Botland has been retired as of 2020, and I'll probably get back to it again at some point. I guess it's been a little over 3 years. I'll probably get back to Botland as a series. I probably won't get back to this specific game. I think this specific game was an interesting idea. I had fun doing it. I think it was fun for a bit. I don't think it really had lasting power. And so I'd like to do something like this again that is a different style of game. And I've got ideas. Yeah, take a look. Recently worked with a friend on an AI infested job board for it. Wait, for what? Since it's so trashy market. Oh, are you saying that job postings have been taken over by AI? I wonder what way. You still have Botland on your phone. Someday you'll be able to sell that phone for $1 million. Either because it's got Botland or because inflation has just gotten so out of control. But one way or another, you're getting $1 million for that phone. All right, let's keep looking through this. All right, register your application with Google. So I should probably just do this now, right? What does this take me to? Your application must have authorization credentials to be able to use the YouTube Data API. This document describes the different types of authorization credentials. It also explains how to find or create authorization credentials. I should also probably make a note on the YouTube API. I wonder where we put this. Maybe make an API section and put YouTube here. New folder. Yeah, I'll call it APIs, I guess. And we'll drag in the Discord API, and I'll make a new node for the YouTube API. Soon you have to replace the phone, then you'll lose it. Yeah, it's too bad. I think I had Botland on my phone. I don't think it transfers. Let me see. Do I have it on my current phone? No, I might have uninstalled it before then. Hey, Rick. Hope everyone's doing well. It looks like the stream is stable today, by the way. I don't know what happened yesterday. Maybe I just needed to reboot my computer. Maybe something else went wrong. Regardless, it looks like it's fixed. So open the credentials page in the API console. It supports 2 types of credentials. Create whichever credentials are appropriate for your project. Whenever your application requests private user data, it must send an OAuth2 token. I don't think I need to do this. Yeah. Request that does not provide a token must send an API key. API supports several types of restrictions. If it doesn't exist, click create credentials. Okay, so let's do a couple of things. This is going to go a lot slower than you might think because I want to take notes as we go through all of this. So overview, this note is about the YouTube API. I started looking into this so that I could respond. I could have a bot that responds to chat messages over YouTube. Okay, and then we'll put a link to this. All right, so getting started, you need to request an API key. You need a client library. Do they have a TypeScript one? JavaScript? JavaScript? They don't have a TypeScript one? Maybe this is the TypeScript one. They have types here somewhere. Ah, yes, cool. Whew. Well, that's good at least. All right, so yeah, I got to go figure out how to make an API key. It says click create credentials. Let's do this off screen for a sec. What credentials do I already have? Oh, audio transcriber. I forgot about this. I should probably delete that. Yeah, I think I should delete this. I don't plan on using this anymore. Delete. Okay, so I don't think there's anything private on the screen anymore. Oh, I'm in a specific project. Oh, because this is all GCP stuff, right? Oh, man. All right, I guess I need to think about this in terms of which project do I even want to use for this. I guess I could put it in Adam Learns. I could make a YouTube thing, maybe. Yeah. You have to make an API key. API keys are part of GCP, which means you need a GCP project. GCP projects are free. Well, I guess the projects themselves are free. You pay for resource usage. Yeah, resource and service usage. All right, so I'm going to make a new one here. We're going to call this YouTube bot, I guess. You have 17 projects remaining in your quota. YouTube live stream. I'll just call it YouTube bot. All right, organization. I don't think I have an organization. No, I don't. Okay, so create a project. Hey, Manoj. The project command isn't typically what I have. I have the today command that talks about what I'm doing. I don't know if that answers your question. What? Server key auto created by Firebase. Oh, I'm in the wrong project. Then select the project. Oh man, okay, so let's back up a step. Where did that page go about this? Go to the credentials page. Yeah, so go here. You have to make an API key here. API keys are part of GCP, which means you need a GCP project. Projects themselves are free. So I created a project and then made sure to select the new project from the drop down at the top of the page. Okay, and again, I know I'm doing this off screen. There's nothing super private about this, but there will be eventually. So that's why I'm not showing it yet. Well, I just accidentally showed it on screen, but yeah, this is the page. I have my Google Cloud Console here, and I've made a project for YouTube bot, and I have nothing to show yet. And there's a create credentials button. So we're probably going to click that, but let's keep reading. So yeah, click create credentials API key. You can restrict the key before using it in production, selecting one of the restrictions. Hey, Durdu. Create credentials API key. It says creating. Okay, it just gave it to me in plain text. You can use this key in your application by passing it with the key equals API key parameter. The key is unrestricted. To prevent unauthorized use, we recommend restricting where and for which APIs it can be used. Edit API key to add restrictions. Okay, so that's what we do. Click create credentials and then choose API key. It'll give you the API key in plain text. This is private. Okay, so I got to do something with this, but I don't have anything that I can do with it yet. And we need to edit its restrictions to keep them secure, follow best practices. I mean, I'm just going to put this in my password manager. Page describes how to use API keys. Yeah, I created one already. Use an API key. Yep. Okay, secure an API key. Add restrictions. Limited which in the way it can be used. The unneeded ones. Recreate. Hang on one second. I want to let the cat in. Are you not going to have any costs using the API? I actually don't know. So that's another good thing to research. Yeah. All right, just making sure she's fine. All right, so how about this? I'll save it in my password manager. Engage privacy mode. Let me go find my password manager. There we go. All right. Now we copy in the API key over to here, I guess. YouTube bot API key. Username. I don't have a username. This is for my GCP project named YouTube bot. Okay, I now have the API key. I can edit it. So let me leave privacy mode. I can edit it to add restrictions. Oh yeah, it shows up in plain text there too. Well, that's great. Okay, so here's what I can edit that is not private so that I'm at least sharing some of this stuff with you, chat. The key is unrestricted. Set an application restriction. Application restrictions limit an API key's usage to specific websites, IP addresses, Android apps, or iOS apps. I don't think we can use that. But then we can restrict the API itself. It's a good idea to restrict the API key so that it doesn't have access to everything. That way you have less to worry about if it leaks. All right, so all this comes from what here? Yeah. Register your application. I could restrict it to the mini PC's IP address, I suppose, but that might change. And I just don't know. I'm definitely going to do this way. I'm going to restrict the key, and then you can select APIs. Oh man, what is this dialogue? This is the most ridiculous thing. Look at this. I just chose restrict key, and this is what pops up. It's an input that just says no items to display. What am I supposed to do? What? It's not async. Well, it might be async fetching, but it literally it just hasn't shown anything. Yeah, I don't know what to do for this. I guess I could try refreshing the page. Let's see. Does that work? No, it's still not showing anything. What? This has to be a bug. Or maybe it's an ad block thing. Let me refresh the page without ad block. No, still doesn't work. Wow, wild. I wonder if anyone else has complained about this online. GCP API key can't restrict key to specific APIs. Am I trying to be restarting my machine? Yes. Adding restrictions to API keys. They have a picture because I want to see what this is supposed to look like. You can apparently do this via, oh man, you can do this via the console. I might have to do that. Oh, I have to add APIs elsewhere? Oh yeah, I don't have any enabled APIs. Okay, interesting. Was that in this document over here? Not exactly. But yeah, thank you. I haven't used GCP since I worked at Google. So I forgot some of the stuff. Okay. Yeah. You can't. Do you ever do general or guided Q&A streams? I used to do what I called group mentoring, where people could just come in and ask whatever questions they want to. What do you have in mind when you say this sort of thing? Because I don't mind doing something like that again, but I wonder, like, what's the topic, or what topic would you benefit from? Even not even a generic thing. Just what would you want to see? So you can't actually restrict. I'll just take this picture and put it in. You can't actually restrict a key to specific APIs unless you've enabled those APIs in your project, your GCP project already. E.g., on a fresh project, you'll see an empty list. My keyboard confuses you, hey Core. Do you want to do the slot thing where you might look at someone's Git repo? Yes, I do want to do that. And that might be what Jer is talking about, in which case, yeah, I think that's something we'll end up doing. But I don't know if it's something slightly different. Oh, I see, Casey. I guess that's what you meant. Yeah. The other thing I need to look into here, and we'll write this down, is so this stuff all needs to be. I gotta add notes for that later. Let's not worry about that for now. Get Bob tries to work on YouTube. Figure out what the limits are and whether this will cost money. I mean, if it's like a penny a month, I don't really care. But if it's, like some minimum usage or something and it's $5 a month just to run a bot on YouTube, it's probably not worth it. But we'll take a look. Oh, QA instead of Q&A. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, still, it's sort of similar, the whole look at people's repos, to think of it as a Q&A sort of thing. I wonder if I've done something bad with this whole points business because I don't want people to really care about these points, and yet I made a leaderboard. And so how can people not care when there's a leaderboard? It used to be that there was a leaderboard that just wasn't online 24/7, and I had to generate it every time people wanted to see it. So it was like once a month or something. People generally didn't care too because everyone was earning points just by being around in chat. So if you got one extra when you already had 1,000, it wasn't a big deal. But now I've created monsters. You seen many images? Still don't understand it. Do you want me to explain? I can explain very briefly at least. So the theory of this keyboard is your fingers are no more than one space away from where they need to be. So you have very little hand movement as you use it. And in order to compensate for not having as many keys, you use layers for things. So this was typing letters. If I hold this key down my left thumb, it now types numbers. If I hold this key down with my right thumb, it now does arrow keys. So I use the same keys for many different things. And once you've gotten used to the keyboard, you can move pretty quickly and not have to move your hands a lot. I believe most are free, but you have to request increases on your limit. And even then, I'm not sure if they charge. Okay, yeah. So something similar to NeoVim. I guess so. Yeah, NeoVim has modes, and that changes what your keys do based on what mode you're in. Yeah, it's pretty similar to that concept. Is it actually, Goose? So happy birthday. We're gonna write this down. We're gonna never forget your birthday. There. Well, happy birthday. Everybody type Adam Party in chat. Hey, Mamba. Okay, yeah, free monthly quota. How do you know which button does what? They all look white. So part of the keyboard command is this link to a key map. And this key map is something I made. So for example, if you look at this, you see QWFPB. That's what I would type out, QWFPB, if I just type out the top row. So the letters are all pretty straightforward. But then, yeah, once you switch into different layers, that's when they become different. So you just need to know what it is you wrote for all of this. And typically the way people start is they have obviously letters. You need to type letters no matter what language you're using. You have letters, and then you might have just like one other layer that does something else. And you also typically wouldn't jump to having 36 keys. You might have like 50 or something. Yeah. Happy Friday. And Sky Nana here. I don't recognize the name. But yeah. Match with. Hey. Okay. So let's go back to where we were. So I made the app. I have not enabled any APIs. I guess I need to enable the YouTube API. I'm doing a lot of this off screen because I'm not sure what's going to show. So in this case, here's what I see. I searched for YouTube and it came up with 6 results, 5 of which are seemingly relevant. I think I just want this one, YouTube Data API. But let's go find out for sure because they have that chat messages. Does it say what API this is part of? Of course not. Message for data, does it Oh, it live streaming API. Okay. But that didn't show up over here though. Live stream. It's okay, hold on a second. Did that show in the picture? It didn't. It's literally just called the live stream API. Look at this. Right here. This doesn't even have YouTube branding on it. It's a diamond. And it technically doesn't match this name, which is live streaming. But I guess that's what I want. Did they mention this anywhere? Wow. Very weird. Yeah, very weird. Okay, well, I guess I'll put this here. So at the time of writing, which is the date, there the API that you have to add doesn't have any YouTube branding. Yeah. Looks like it's just the live stream API. That's a little weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. Like what? Oh, hey, here it is. It's got a wait. What? Maybe this isn't right. No, maybe this is here. Let me just show this page. Google's mission is to organize the world's information to make it universally accessible and useful through products and platforms like search, map, whatever. Wait, I'm reading about Google. Why would you care about that in the API if you're on GCP already? Oh man. All right. So there's pricing for this. This can't be right. Yeah, this can't be right. There's documentation here. Yeah, no, this is different. This is for transcoding videos. This is like Amazon's whatever it is, IWS or whatever the thing's called. Visit the embedded APIs page and the list of APIs. Make sure status is on for YouTube data. And if you're a YouTube content partner, content ID. So this is part of data, even though it's not clear that it's part of data. Where do you even see that, by the way? That looks like a GCP service. Yeah, it is a GCP service. Visit the enabled APIs page. YouTube data API. The getting started page? Oh, did I miss that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Because it says before you start, register your application. And I did that, and then I was trying to figure out how to restrict the API key. This is a very subtle documentation issue, which I mean I understand why this would have been confusing. Okay, yeah, so enable it for, all right, so just ignore whatever I wrote here. Let's reveal in Finder and delete that. And then get rid of the picture. So at the time of writing, the API that you want to enable is the YouTube data API. Note that it's v3 at the time of writing. Yeah. Of course that wouldn't work. Well, it's not following the steps, not exactly at least. So here's what I was saying. They have step 1, step 2, step 3. And so step 3 is what I wanted to see, and I was on step 2. As part of step 2, at the bottom of this, it says see the best practices for securing them. And so I was in the process of restricting it, but then I ran into an issue where there's nothing here to let me restrict it. It said no items to display. So I needed to add the API. So part of step 2 was restricting the key, but step 3 was adding the API I needed to do. So well, it was kind of a side quest, I guess. Anyway, I'm not like super frustrated or anything. This is all reasonable enough. And once you have these instructions, you can just follow them again in the future. So I need to go enable that API now. Let's go back to product details. Let's type YouTube. And there's the data API. And do they say anything about pricing here? They don't, but I'm going to hit enable. It's just refreshing the page now. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Yeah, cool. So now I can probably go back to my API key and restrict it to just YouTube. So I click this and edit and restrict and select YouTube. Yeah, perfect. Save. Okay, cool. I wonder if you can rename a key after you've made it, because mine is called API key 1. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. I should probably rename it to like YouTube or something. Okay, so make sure that you actually restrict your key after adding the YouTube API. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. What's next? Where did those steps go? Oh, also, I didn't give you a point. There we go. All right. Well, let's just close out all these tabs. I have too much stuff open. We're just gonna go to this. Yeah. Cool. So go to the API console, select the project that you just registered, visit the enabled APIs page in the list, make sure the status is on for that. I am not a YouTube content partner. Familiarize yourself with the core concepts of JSON data format. JSON is a common, yeah, I already know about this stuff. So authorizing, as noted above, live streaming API uses functionality that is technically part of either the YouTube data API or the content ID API. You use the content ID API to provide YouTube with metadata, ownership information, and policy information for your assets. A live video broadcast, okay. Set ad policies. Section explains authorization requirements, which are different from that of the live streaming API. API request must be authorized by Google account that owns the broadcasting YouTube channel. I don't know which Google account this is. I have my personal one and then I have the Adam Learns one. Oh no. I don't know how to figure that out. All right, well, I guess we'll just try it with both. Yeah, I'm logged in as my personal account right now. So if all of this fails, then... All right, well, let's write that down too. So figure out which account owns my YouTube channel. I set up the API stuff from my personal account. Oh man, if it's not my personal account, and it probably isn't, because I probably did something stupid a long time ago, then that means I probably need a whole GCP account on my other address, which probably means putting in payment information and stuff. You get 10,000 units per day for free, and different API queries have different unit costs. Interesting. And I'm guessing it should be fine. What I'm trying to do. All right, well, how do we test this? Yeah. I'll put this here. This is from this section. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I probably took a screenshot of everything. Yeah, that's certainly messed up. There we go. Did that go to my desktop? Because I don't put anything on my desktop. Where did this screenshot go? I guess I'll just figure that out later. I wanted to delete it, but there's nothing private on my other screen, so I guess it's not a big deal. I was just worried I'd show my API key, but even then, I guess I could have just regenerated it. Yeah, so we got to test that out. Resources and resource types. So I should be able to use this to get my current live stream information. I think I have this stuff up here. Get live video ID. This is not an authenticated request. Can I just use this right this second? Whoops. So if I paste all this in here and I go to my YouTube channel, how do you get the full URL for one of these? I think I need to maybe do this off screen. Give me a sec. I gotta go to Adam Learns. And then somewhere in settings, I think it shows. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this, yes, is indeed my channel ID. All right, so await get live video ID. Then log the URL that we get. Make a request to this. Fetch it. Await response on text. Get the video ID. Okay, since this is not authenticated, this can't return anything that is private. So what if we just printed out the entire console log body? Okay, I want to try this out. So we're going to save this in temp test YouTube. I'm going to call this just main.js. Yeah. Now let's go to temp test YouTube and run node main. I guess I'll do this off screen really fast just in case. Await is only valid in async functions and top level bodies and modules. Okay, fine. So async function main. We'll put this up here, and then main dot then console.log success. Okay. All right. Wow, that's a lot of information. I know you can't see this, but I want to make sure nothing's super private here. Bot guard data. I guess anyone can call this, so anyone could just see this for themselves, right? Why is there so much information here? Oh, it's returning a script. What? Oh, it's querying the actual HTML of this. Oh, so that you can get, okay, I see. I got it. And that's what this regex is for then, figuring out the video ID. Okay, yeah. So then at the end of all of this, it printed out this link. And this link is probably, yep, that's the URL. Wow, awesome. Okay, I forgot who wrote that for me. I would definitely want to give them a point, but I don't think I wrote this down. Someone made a paste the other day about it. Well, that will work, but this is definitely not the sort of right way of doing things. I want this script. 'Twas you. Okay, yeah, thank you. There you go. You know, I just realized we're probably gonna have a lot of people who are at the same rank who only ever get kind of 1 or 2 points. I am Spartacus. Oh, this is doing that thing again. There we go. So I want this code somewhere. And yeah, it does turn out that you can just use this unedited. And I guess I'll just write this fetches the HTML content of the live stream page and pulls the video ID from it. So this is not a durable method of fetching that. Well, maybe it is. I'll say not exactly durable method of fetching the video ID. Okay. So we have this code. I want to copy a link to this, copy path, go back to file. Yep. Now we'll put this over here. And this is something that I definitely want. And I probably want a shell script for this. And this probably should be an Adam's apple. So yeah, put this into Adam's apple and maybe call it open chats or something, open YouTube chat. I really should just copy paste this so I don't lose it. Yeah, gist, new gist, main.js. Just in case. Create, it doesn't matter if it's public or private. Okay. This gist. It's also here on disk. There we go. Rank could be time-based. People that received the points the longest time ago rank higher than people that just received a point. I don't, yeah, I know I could split it up. I don't really see it as a problem. If we go to the points site, having a bunch of people who are at the same rank is not going to be a big issue because eventually there will be enough people who rose above 2 or 3 points where the top 10 or 20 is all most people are going to care about. And then other people will just care about searching for their name and seeing like, oh, okay, there I am. And then that's it. So yeah, I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so we're like I said, we're slowly getting through this, but I think this is going totally great so far. Canhorn, thanks for subbing. Don't forget, I have 2 new emotes as of today: Adam Abby and Adam Abby Keeb. And Quickie Joe made both of them. Easy link for opening the live stream. That's not for opening the chat though, right? That's just for opening the stream. Yeah. So the problem is I want this pop out to show on my other monitor. And to get to this, it takes the video ID. And that video ID changes every time you have a new live stream. So that's sort of unfortunate. How did co-working go? I think this is probably more of a question for chat, but there are a couple things I can say. I really benefited from it. And also there were immense technical issues. Frame drops. Like 85% frame drops. So this was really shoddy. And at one point, I guess the video was just coming through super blurry and the audio was cutting out or something. I don't know the exact issues, but it was really bad. And so at some point I just ended it. But I wanted to keep going, but in that time I set up my second YouTube channel. So now we have Adam Mentors. Except for that's not how you go to YouTube channels. C/. What? How do you at? Okay, and that symbol. Yeah. So I set up the mentoring YouTube channel and I dumped all the mentoring videos here. The reason being that these are videos that I think not everyone is going to care about who comes to my channel. And yet they would show in the videos section. And I think that's a problem because if you're new to a channel and you just look at videos, by default, it's sorted by latest. So what would happen is you'd see like a mentoring video in this slot, this slot, this slot, and like down here. You'd be like, I'm not really interested in those. So I didn't mind that it polluted the subscription feed. But yeah, I don't want it to pollute the videos feed. I don't know if I could have filtered that by default. And like I want them to be public and searchable. So anyway, it's on a new channel. This took a surprisingly long amount of time to set up because you can't just export a video from one channel to another channel. You have to download the video, re-upload it, put all the same details in, make new playlists now. If there are any links to other videos within that, you need to update those links. And when all said and done, it took, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. But that's stuff I did while I was streaming, which was pretty nice because normally that would have taken place at, 6 p.m. on a Thursday, and that would have sucked. Point decay. I think you sent the paste. I think you sent the paste bin within the last week though, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Did I make a typo on the YouTube page, or was that just a joke? Because I want to make sure I didn't mess something up. Is it? Whoa! I almost said it, but dude, you didn't even type it. You almost got me. It's 10 minutes away. Well, I'm proud of my own brain. It recognized that I was about to do something stupid and stop me from doing it. Well, too bad, Patootie. Wow. All right, well, we're in an arms race right now. So where do we leave off of this? I went to the console, select the project, visited this, restricted myself, got this. Yep, so authorizing, we know about this stuff now. So resource and resource type. We know there's a live chat thing somewhere. And maybe we just... Mid-roll ads. A lot of this stuff is running ads and content ID. I just care about the chat stuff. Can we filter the chat stuff? YouTube live chat API. I guess I'll just go right back to the page. If you're saying what, so I added voice commands for the stream, so I can do something like engage privacy mode, and it will just automatically switch scenes without me having to click or type anything. And so I have a phrase that I use for initiating breaks, and people have been trying to get me to say that phrase because there's a game that we play during that. Yeah. All right. So live chat messages. How do we get these? We can just call list. There's a pretty good test to see if I can do this. List live chat messages for a specific chat. Try it now. If I go to try it, is this going to have my API key here or what? There's a thing on the side. Oh, I can't show you this, can I? Here. It's got to try this method. Live chat ID part. I don't know what part is. What is part? Some pagination thing? Part parameter specifies the, I can't read the rest of this. Can I put this in a different section? Specifies the live chat message resource parts that the API response will include. Supported values are ID, snippet, and author details. Okay. I guess I want all of those. What is snippet? What? Doesn't tell you what snippet is? A list of live chat messages. Each item is a live chat message resource. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Activating it with a sound instead? Like what are the sounds that Talon uses? All right, I guess I should just test this. The problem is I need to test this with my actual API key. I guess whatever. We'll see how this works. All right, so string ID of the chat whose messages we return. Live chat ID associated with the broadcast is returned in the live broadcast resources snippet dot live chat ID. Is this just a video link? Because if so, I guess I have that. I'm just gonna try that. And if it's not that, then I guess I don't know. We're just gonna need to keep testing. So let's put that in there. Hey, Magnetic Bind. It's going well. Trying to figure out the YouTube chat API. All right, so we paste that in. You have invalid or missing required parameters. Okay, that's fine. Supported values are ID, snippet, and author details. So I want all of them, but it's only, okay, maybe snippet. And then I just click execute. Whoop, hold on a sec. Google is improving its sign-in page with a more modern look and feel. I guess I connect as my personal address. Oh, you can click the plus add more. Yeah, thank you, Casey. I didn't see that. Hang on a sec. I'm doing this off screen. Choose your account or your brand account. Adam learns. Sign in. By continuing, Google will share your name, email address with Google. Oh no, Google's going to know about Google information. All right, allow. Did it work? So let's click plus a couple times here. We're going to do ID, snippet, and author details. And I'm gonna do this off screen. Give me a sec. Execute. Okay, so it says page token is not valid. Oh, because execute needed to log in as me first? Is that why? Do I need to refresh this page? Give me a sec. No, it's having me log in again. What? Maybe, man, maybe this is the wrong account. No, that shouldn't matter though. It shouldn't need to be my account to read those messages. Yeah, it just says page token is not valid. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, YouTube API page token is not valid. Maybe I shouldn't be using their execute thing, and I should just do this from the command line. According to the official spec, live chat ID is defined as follows. Passing the video ID is incorrect. Oh, okay. What's it supposed to be then? You have to invoke as specified above the list API endpoint. Pass it ID to the stream's video ID. Oh man, fine. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I was just having an internal debate here. So we got to call into this one. And I want to fetch the part in this case is the video ID or what? Specify a comma separated list of one or more live broadcast resource properties that the API response will include. Part names that you can include are ID, snippet, content details, monetization details, and status. Oh man, are you kidding me? This. I guess I want the ID. Yeah, I want ID here. And then how does it know it's going to be on my channel? Broadcast active, I guess. Broadcast type event. ID is probably what I want. Broadcast IDs identify the broadcast being retrieved. ID specifies the broadcast ID. I guess it's this. And then mine. Let's not select true for that just yet. Okay, so let's try executing this. It's probably going to also have me log in. So let me go do this. Log in, Adam learns. I got to click like 4 buttons every time. And we get a 400. Incompatible parameters specified in the request. Broadcast status, comma, ID. Can I just not provide that then? Hey, it worked. Neat. We got something. I know I'm blocking it with my head. I was kind of intentionally doing that because I didn't know it would show. Here's how talent activates. All right, yeah, I'll have to take a look. I was kind of just looking for a text description of what this person does. Like, are they, humming or whistling or, yeah, pterodactyl screech or what? Hey, Visitronic. Hey, Amit. Should I learn the advanced topics like CQRS and event sourcing to improve my resume, or learn it on an as-needed basis? I think if you know for sure that what you're going to do will involve that, then yes, you should learn it. But otherwise, I would probably learn things that you know your job is going to involve. So let's say I were getting into game dev and I was like, oh man, should I learn shaders? Like, yeah, probably. Like, I don't see it hurting, right? But if you're like, I'm getting into game dev, should I learn, I don't know, music composition? Probably not. It's probably not going to be your job as a game developer. So I don't know what you're trying to apply to, but you could probably make that call yourself of whether that's something you should learn. Specific sound made in throat, but you can customize it any sound. I see. Okay, yeah. All right, I'll have to check that out later. Well, yeah, sorry. That might not be a great example because I know you might want to compose music as a game dev, but it's something that you probably don't need. And you're probably not going to do as a game dev. All right, so I got back something, and I know I need to take a break pretty soon. What I got back, though, was not helpful. At least I don't think so. This is what I got back. Wait, total results 0. Oh, that's why. Wait, what? What's this item doing here then? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's read this again. You'll have to invoke the live broadcast list API endpoint, passing to it the request parameter ID to say your stream's video ID, which is the thing I tried pasting into the other API, like this. So passing the ID, part equals snippet. Seriously? And I said part equals ID. Okay, so pass in snippet for this and then hit execute. Aha. Now we're talking. Okay, let me copy paste this. So now we get this. So now here's my broadcast, figuring out YouTube's chat API. Now, what is it that we needed for this? The live chat ID, this thing? It's got kick in it. Maybe it's trying to get me over to a different service. Okay, well, I think this is what we want now for that other API. So where's the other API? Where'd I put that? Here. Okay, live chat ID. We paste this in. We hit execute. And what do we get? Look at that. Chat listed. We have one message. Hi, Adam. Face blue smiling. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Well, that's it. The bot's pretty much made. We're done. Yeah, I want to write this stuff down. This is going to be pretty important. So here's what I'll do. We'll say where I left off, write notes on getting the live stream ID, how it's different from the video ID, and how to use that information. Then figure out how to get the video ID from the channel ID. Yeah. Okay, I think this is going well so far. Yes. The question is, could we get all of this kind of up and running in about 4 hours? And I'm not sure. That's a question mark right now. But it's break time, so I'll go take my break. Hope you have fun playing Jump Royale. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hey everybody. Close the game. Let me go see where I put. There it is. Okay, good. Yeah, so we were going to write down all these notes. So testing the API. You can test it right on the doc pages. So what did I do? I got two different responses here, right? I got this one by specifying the ID, but how would I have gotten this ID? I want a way to list based on the channel ID. There's got to be a way to do that, right? Broadcast IDs. How do you get broadcast IDs then? That's what list is for. Maybe I don't specify this and I just say mine on behalf of content owner. Here it is. And on behalf of content owner channel. All right, those are probably what I want. All right, let's just load up a new one of these. So I want to specify snippet. I don't want this ID. And if I were to just say execute, what happens? Oh my God, I got to do this every time. All right, sign in. Yep, good. Allow. All right, I get a 400 because of what? No filter selected. Yeah, otherwise it would just give you every single YouTube thing, right? So what's the difference between on behalf of content owner and on behalf of content owner channel? And how do I figure that out? Let's see. Parameter can only be used in a properly authorized request. Parameter is intended exclusively for, okay, so that's not for me. So what about this one? This parameter can only be used in this, can only be used in authorized requests. Wait, also for content partners. What? How do you, what? Okay, I guess this is what you would do then? You'd say, what are my live streams? So there's no way to get the live streams of a particular channel unless you're a partner or you know the video ID. Did I look at any YouTube Node.js frameworks? No, I don't think we need a framework or anything. It's really just like take the API key and call in some APIs. So it should be pretty straightforward. Although we're just doing this on the sample pages right now. All right, so if I say mine is true, does it return mine or am I in the wrong channel? Oh, it does work. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. That was going to be a problem otherwise, because like I said, I don't think I have a GCP account for Adam Learns Live. Or maybe I do. But anyway, it would have just taken extra time. Hey, Crows. Okay, so then we'll do this. We'll say, yeah, you can test it right on the documentation pages. You should probably start with this one. Yeah. So a good way to start is to list chat messages of a live stream. JR Pleb, it's finally happened. You're finally a subscriber. Now that means you can customize your color and your glow color. I'm a god now. Thanks for subbing. You said it would be on the 22nd and it is. Oh, wait, no, it's the 23rd. You lied to me. You're a liar. Use the video search API to get the current live streams. Yeah, well, it looks like this way now works, so that's pretty good. Okay, so start with, what's this called? Live broadcast / list. And is it actually getting, where's the URL for this? Where's the URL? I'm worried that if I press show code, okay, let me do this off screen. If I press show code off screen, does it show me my API key? Oh, no, it doesn't. Where's the list command though? Just because it's a git? Yeah. Wow, cool. Oh, I tried yesterday. Yeah. I don't know what that was about then. So start with a git of live broadcast to get your video ID. So that's on this page. get your video ID. You can seemingly only do this for your own channel. Oh wait, oh maybe that's what Blub was saying. Video search API. Oh. Well, I'll just say with this API. Rebuild your desk. All right. I'm here to entertain MPV now, I guess. I hope your desk rebuilding goes well. And what is that shirt? What do you mean? It's just a shirt. It's fine. Everything's okay, MPV. Stop bullying me. You can seemingly only do this for your own channel, this API. So the things that I set were part equals snippet. Part set part to snippet. Set, well, the event type actually shouldn't have mattered here. And then just set mine to true. And yeah, you get a response. Okay, yeah. Then set mine to true. And then what was that thing about active? It didn't let me do that apparently. Broadcast status active. If I hit execute, what happens? Yeah, it says incompatible parameters. I guess it's not returning completed ones, so I suppose this is already working. So yeah, so here's the response. Oh, wait, no, it is returning completed ones. No, I don't want that. I don't want it. I can't. Maybe I have to choose event. No, it's still returning all of them. Yeah, it looks like this is not possible. What I want is for this to just work with this active, but you can't choose that if mine is set to nothing. Wait, what did this return then? What? If you don't set mine at all, then you can use active and then it's only going to return your streams. That is weird. Maybe I'm misinterpreting something. Mine parameter can be used to instruct the API to return only your broadcast. That's bizarre. That's really bizarre. Look, here's my only live stream, right? It's returned one of these. This is accurate. Now I set mine to true and I hit execute and it says you can't do that. Why? They basically treated it like it was true. The entire YouTube API is weird. Huh. Okay, so just set part to snippet and then set broadcast status to active. Note that this parameter is incompatible with mine equals true. Yeah. For reasons that make no sense. When you don't specify mine at all, but have broadcast status equal true, it will only fetch your streams anyway. Yeah. All right, well, like I said, I don't get it, but this would stop me from multi-streaming. I didn't like the fact I had to essentially long pull to get messages. Oh, you're saying no sort of event sub or something like that? I don't think it's going to be a big deal for me. Although maybe I wonder what YouTube's target audience for live streams would be. I guess it's not really like people broadcasting something daily where they want chat interactivity. But yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, this returned. So this returns a response like this. I'm just going to pull it from this page so that I don't mess this up. So I should just be able to hit execute. Good. And then copy paste all of this. And then paste that into here. Yeah. And I'm just going to say here, medium, high, standard, and max res removed for brevity. So delete all these. Okay. So now it at least fits on one page. All right, so from this, we see that we have an ID. Well, we don't need the ID though. There's no point. You just need a live chat ID. So from that, you can see the live chat ID, which is what you can provide to that other API, which is the live chat messages list. You can provide to get live chat messages. Okay. And so when you do that, oh, Biospark, 6 months of tier 1 subs. Man, thank you. That's a lot of faith you're putting in my stream. Twitch made it really hard to sub. Well, thanks for going through that and for throwing as much money as you just did at the stream. How's the keyboard treating you? Have you had a chance to try it out? Okay, so for that API, I specified these params. I'm not gonna type all these out. I'll just take a picture. Yeah. Note that you have to click the plus next to part to specify multiple fields. Okay, and then that returned a response that had a chat message. Yeah. All right, cool. Testing the API by getting live chat messages. The program for notes, that is done with Obsidian. Yeah. I didn't think it would arrive so soon, so I don't have a TRS cable. Oh, I see. Learned a lot in a short amount of time. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you, Biospark. You could still use half of the keyboard if you want to. Also, TRRS cables are just like headphone cables. So if you have an aux cable, actually, are they? Are aux cables pretty much the same thing? Aux cable, TRRS? I think, I don't know. Anyway, TRRS is tip ring sleeve. And I don't know if aux cables follow that. This one looks like 3 rings. TRRS. Right, that's not that's supposed to work. Using YouTube's internal APIs. I don't know if I want to do that. What is this though? Is this some event-based thing? Yeah. How do they do this? Live chat. YouTube i.js. Then this. Live chat, chat action. Info to get live chat. YouTube search. Inner tube. Oh, this is part of some larger library over here. What is this? API used by all YouTube clients. Create to simplify the deployment of new features and experiments across the platform. All low-level communication. Reverse engineering. How many people use this? 12,000 weekly downloads. Yeah, interesting. With the other half on another layer. Some people do that. Actually, some people can only type with one hand, and in that case, you do need all of the keys accessible on one layer or on one half of the keyboard. But that's if you can type with two hands, you should type with two hands. Three black rings, normal ones have two. Third one seems to be really important. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope you ordered one or you can get one soon and try it out. Because like I said, I only really had the one and I'm using it for my keyboard. Wraparound inner tube, which is the internal API. Yeah. I guess okay, let's copy a couple of things here. So there's a decision point. Where did I write this down? So figure out how I want to get messages. Use the internal API, which could change at any point. Or use the long poll API. Oh, Goose. Happy birthday to Goose. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Yeah, very nice of you. Oh, it'll be here today by 10 p.m. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not so bad. Yeah, Adam Party indeed. Very generous. Okay, is there any other option for this to get messages? And so what would I be doing here, I guess? If I fetch messages myself, then I'm going to, yeah, poll every once in a while, figure out which messages I already saw, and then make my own sort of event system for this. I want to look at what that bit about 10,000 credits would be. So YouTube chat API cost. What is this? You're trying to create an app that retrieves live chat messages from a YouTube live stream. You might be wondering how much it'll cost. Cost is not explicitly mentioned. We can still estimate it based on the available information. Need to obtain an API key. Live stream data API pricing. These pages don't even exist. V3 pricing. There's supposed to be a space right before it. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Maybe I can't select just the. There, does that work? No. Does that work? Kinda. Now, how do we find out about pricing? There's a quota calculator. Yeah, this stuff. So chat, message. Come on. Where is it? It's not on here? Huh. And I'm not sure. Was cost estimate on the last page? There was a cost estimate on that yellowish page. If you're talking about this one, this had something here, but then it linked to things that are either dead or malformed links. There might have been something on this page that you were talking about. Estimate. Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, welcome, Kithra. Yeah, I want to figure this out because if I can just pull every, 10 seconds, then maybe that's fine. But maybe that's not fine. Also, that's still going to be poor responsiveness. If I want someone to be able to type today and get a response in a reasonable amount of time, then I need to be polling every 5 seconds or so. what do I want to do? I want to get my chat commands that are on Twitch, like today, to work on YouTube. The official API tells you how often you should pull. Where do they tell you that? Is there anything like there are so few APIs here? Maybe it's in resource summary. Actual messages, not the API call? You mean sending them? Because they wouldn't charge you for people typing messages in your Twitch channel. Do you multi-stream all the time? I've started to, but this has only been as of the last week or so, maybe. Thank you, Blub. Let's take a look at this. Oh, this polling interval millis property indicates how long your API client should wait before requesting additional results. But this is the response of the API, right? Properties. Yeah, in fact, I should have seen that in my response over here. Polling time. Yeah, this. It says wait 995 milliseconds. So I guess once per second is probably fine. The question is, and once per second seems pretty reasonable too, from a responsiveness perspective. You type a command, you wait pretty much at most 1 second. It adjusts the pull rate depending on chat activity. So will it go lower or higher as your chat gets more active? Because I would expect it to go lower as chat gets more active. And if that's the case, then this seems pretty reasonable. But then the only question is, where do we find specifics on how much this costs? And not even because I don't want to use this or something. It's just, I'm just curious, like, am I going to get a bill for my bot, essentially? Lower on active chats. Okay, good. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. All right, so then the only other thing we need to find really is quota amounts. So yeah, use the long pull API. I'm fine with this. And I'll write this here. Actually, let's just write this over here. So this is getting started. And so this is going to be reading chat messages live. There is an internal API that you could use if you just want event-based messaging, which is like what Twitch provides for their chat. And that is here. If you only want to use the officially supported external facing API, then you'll have to keep polling for messages. And that is this. Well, I guess what it will do is we'll write it as using, what's it called? Live chat messages list. Chat messages list. Okay. One of the response fields is polling interval millis, which is the amount of time that the client should wait before asking for more messages. This changes based on how active the chat is. If the chat is very active, then this time will be lower. That way, yeah. Oh, it just subtracts it away? Okay, interesting. I thought there was an internal API that was event-based that you can connect a socket to. You have to keep pulling for messages using this. And I guess I'll include that note there. Copy this link again. Note that the internal API also just pulls, but abstracts that away. When's the merch coming out? Soon enough. No, I don't have any merch planned. The only merch that I guess still technically exists out there is the Botland t-shirts from way back in the day. Does it still exist? It does. The weirdest thing happened, by the way, a long time ago. Um, I made this page and I was selling these shirts, right? And someone else made an exact copy of the page, but they had raised the price on the shirts. And I had to go through Amazon's fraud department or something to report it. And I was thinking about it and I thought, how many small time merch creators would just never check for that stuff? Like I probably wouldn't have. I just happened to do a search for it. And I found, wait a second, that's not the price I set it to. And so the people who receive the product receive the right thing because they're probably just buying it through me after that. But they pay more and they probably don't care because they're like, oh, well, Adam's getting the money. Anyway, I think that's all fixed. But yeah, not that anyone cares about Botland shirts anymore. I use InnerTube in that repo I linked and also a Python equivalent. They've been pretty solid. I just couldn't achieve what I needed to do without having to do 3 different calls to get what I needed. As a result, we'll blow through quotas very quickly. Yeah, I think for just the chatbot, it should hopefully be fine. Makes me wonder if there's a business for checking for stuff like that. I think it's just Amazon's responsibility. A business that would check for things like that would have to they'd have to let you know that it basically couldn't exist, right? Because if there were a business that were checking for that, they'd have to let me know, hey, someone is fraudulently using your product. And by telling me that, I could just go search for it and now I would never pay them money. So they'd have to work with Amazon directly to say, hey, we'll help sift through all the fraud that's happening. Paid 50 USD. I got premium tier 1 subs that I gifted to people. Cost $500 a pop. AliExpress store stole their entire merch. Yeah. Yeah, that sort of stuff is like, I don't know. It's really hard to enforce. And so with Amazon, at least they care. But yeah, I don't think AliExpress is probably like, oh, someone took your product. What do we care? We're still making money. So I guess use the long poll API. I guess we already wrote about this stuff. And I guess now we just need to do it. I just want to figure out about the quotas still. This is still what I'm trying to get to. Price for billable quotas is not publicly available. Do we trust Gemini? It's a weird thing to not have that be publicly available. Like, will I just get rate limited at some point? And how often would that happen? And why wouldn't they list it on here? They have API errors. There must be something about a quota here. There isn't. Oh, here it is. Rate limit exceeded. Users sent too many requests in a given time frame. Limit exceeded. Created too many live or scheduled broadcasts and must stop or delete some. I know what they mean. They mean to stop some of the broadcasts, but this idea that the user has to stop, like just cut it out. Programmer. User sent too many requests. Is there anything else about limits here that actually kind of matters or tells us something? No. Usually it's in the headers. It would probably be in the headers that I get as a response. Like, am I doing this too much? But what wouldn't be in the headers is how much it's costing me. Oh, posting that stuff on TikTok. Yeah. This used to be a big thing a long time ago when Facebook was at the height of its popularity. People would take popular YouTube content, split it up, post it on Facebook, and get like massive followings on Facebook. And then that leads to things like sponsorships and whatever else. And so this person's profiting off other people's content. Sounds more like short polling than long polling, unless the connection stays open during the polling interval. I guess it pretty much is. I guess I should just, I don't know if I use the word long here. Yeah, it's still just polling, I guess. Best response I found is this. I guess let's just code this. We're probably not gonna have any problems. YouTube API is a polling API. We're hoping to have more to say about this in the future. Wait, what is the YTG team? YouTube Gaming? But YouTube gaming, I guess, isn't exactly live streaming. Also, this was 6 years ago. Oh man, I love finding old comments and being like, "Oh, we're hoping to have news about this," and yeah, 6 years later, you're like, "Well, I guess there wasn't any news about this." The response returns the amount of time you need to wait to request it again. If you respect this interval, you won't use much quota. We have plenty of large bots that function really well despite the polling API. Okay, yeah. So I'll just link to this then. So regarding quota, the only real information that seems to exist is this Reddit comment from someone on the YouTube team. There's something else I wanted to write here. Oh yeah, cost. Quota is technically not the same as cost. I'll just write they pretty much say not to worry about the quota. And I'm guessing it just doesn't cost any money. So let's just get started, I guess. Wait, check the comment below. Did I stop reading at the most important part? That sounds like something I would do. Wait, what? Oh, I did read the comment. Oh, my bad. Okay, also there's a comment on YouTube. Have you given up on Obsidian or other tools and now just resolved to Word for notes? Oh, you mean you see me use this? I still use Google Docs. The point was never to stop using this. This is for my real-time shared notes that I have. But I have not given up on Obsidian, no. I'm still using it. I have tons of notes. All of these notes are available online for people for, well, for free, I guess. And yeah, there's a ton of them. So yeah, feel free to look through this if you want. Do you know why he uses Obsidian in Google Docs? You mean me? I use Obsidian for the, quote unquote durable notes, and I use Google Docs for the mostly ephemeral notes or notes that require real-time sharing. So I've said this before, but something like this, today.adamlearns.com. This is a document that you all have access to, and it's the document that you see right here. So if you're ever like, what is Adam going to work on today, or what does he have planned? You can just go take a look. And if you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, then you can tune into a stream, let's say. Or you can see, what do I have planned for the next months, or what do I have on my backlog? I like this idea of doing things. There's nothing saying I couldn't have, let's say, a cron job running every hour that publishes my notes. But that's not real time. And I don't want to run something every, 1 minute. So Google Docs is already real time. It's free. I might as well just use it for this stuff. And then there are lots of other documents where it's like, I just don't plan on saving them anywhere. What's a good example of that? I guess the return to streaming document, for example. Like, this served its purpose, and it's probably not something I'm really going to consult again. And so it's good to have it somewhere. Might as well. But it shouldn't be an Obsidian, I think. Okay. Well, then I guess we get started on this. Let's go take a look. So get pot commands to work. We are now at the point where we can just do this. Exciting stuff, chat. Exciting stuff. A few people have said it's around 5 quota points per request. I'm not sure if that's true since it seems very high. And what are quota points anyway? You get like 10. Oh, there they are. Oh, interesting, because this is all going to have a breakdown somewhere anyway, right? 5-point request cost is based on a back calculation of total query cost over 1 day of API access. A sample YouTube app looks for the latest live broadcast and retrieves all live messages. After a day of running, visit Google Cloud Platform quotas section and identify the queries per day quota. Current usage of daily quota is 8180. Now, visiting YouTube API metrics, we can obtain a breakdown. When is this from? This seems really bad. 2021. Yeah, this seems really bad even for me. I mean, we saw that I should be polling once per second. Has that changed, by the way? I wonder. Like, if I go back to this thing, where did I have that open? I don't know where I had the page open. Maybe I just got rid of it. This is live broadcast list, live chat messages list. Yeah, this is the API I want to call, but I need to log in again to do it. Anyway, it said I have 995 milliseconds before the next call. So that's once per second. I stream for 3 hours. So that's 180 minutes times 60. So that's 10,000 seconds. What? Where'd that post go? I guess I'll need to look into this myself. There's an issue in the issue tracker. This is from 2021. Quota cost. Why would they not advertise this? Is this YouTube chat for the elites? It is, yes. You can see the quotas in the IAM part of your... Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Where did they link to this? Right here. Quotas section. Because I've already called it a couple times, although it probably doesn't show up. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, let me share this page with you. I don't see anything private. So here we see a few different kind of interesting things. We see queries per day. We're allowed 10,000. And we see queries per minute. We're allowed 1.8 million. First of all, how does that make any sense? How can you have only 10,000 queries per day, but then somehow have 1.8 million per minute? What does that mean? I don't understand this. I'm trying to find out more about this. Give me a sec. I'm looking at a different page off screen. Wasn't system limits. I don't know. The only real limit is per day. I mean, if that's the only real limit, that's also the lowest limit, 10,000. And 10,000 is also something that, like I said, we'd burn through that in 3 hours. And I want to do 2 live streams per day for 6 hours. So I would need to limit my calls into this API based on how long I plan on streaming for. And if I do that and I end up going to 8 hours, then I run into a problem. The YouTube Data API uses a quota system to ensure that developers use the service as intended and don't create API clients that unfairly reduce service quality or limit access for others. Projects that enable it have a default quota allocation of 10,000 units per day, an amount sufficient for the majority of our API users. You can see your quota usage on the quotas page. If you'd like to request additional quota, you must first complete an audit to show that your project is in compliance with the terms of service. Interesting. What's most interesting to me is it sounded like one of these resources said, yeah, just don't worry about it. There's this Reddit comment. They say not to worry about quota. Then this page Official page says that you get 10K requests per day. How's the progress? As far as I know, the quota is too limited for a chatbot. It was 6 years ago, yeah. Is the worst case scenario that you hit the quota and stop receiving chat messages? I guess so. And so then if you stop receiving chat messages, then you no longer respond with the bot, which would mean that you'd work backwards and make the new worst case scenario that you limit your polling to once every 3 seconds or something. And so now you type a command like today, 1, 2, 3, and then it gives you the response. Today, Adam is doing whatever. And yeah, it's not that bad, but still, it seems a little bit strange. Not concerned about like a huge bill. It seems like the easiest thing would be to run for a stream and see what happens. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what we should do. So I'll just write to keep an eye on this page, I guess. Okay, keep an eye on the quota page to see how it works with real data. So the quota page is there. And then if we run into a problem, we use, where did the other page go? I don't know. Oh, I found the live chat thing that I was looking for. Yeah, so we run into a problem, we do this. If we do hit an issue, lower the polling time and submit a request for more quota. And then there's one other link that Carlos shared. Determine quota cost. I think I was on this page, and I think the problem with this is that we can't actually see how many points the message thing costs. Also, even just what, listing live broadcasts? Do they say this here? No, none of this is for live stuff, is it? Technically part of that, and calls of those incur quota. Such API methods for live streaming are also listed in the table. Well, are they? I don't see them here. There should be something for broadcasts, right? Or for chat messages. Yeah, I don't see any of them. What? Live chat API. Broadcast chat bands. So do I see anything about chat? No. Chat moderators stream? No. Fan funding? They say API methods for live streaming are also listed in the table. I don't see a single one that has to do with live streaming in here. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. Docs are lying. Yeah, make sure to, I'm actually going to do this and I'm going to say missing the information I need. Oh, you don't get to say, you don't get to say what it's missing? Google. Ah. So I will say this, internally, when I was at Google, you could somehow file your actual feedback and then it would get turned into a bug and they would follow up with you sometimes. And I did that to improve a bunch of documentation internally. But I guess externally they don't care. Looks like the delay is 1S but no limit. This is Twitch though, right? Or are they doing this on YouTube as well and calling it Twitch? Yeah, YouTube fetch interval, I see. It's weird that this all says YouTube or Twitch on here. Yeah. Okay, well, like Miko said, I think it's the best idea. Just do this and see what happens. And if it gets rate limited, then fine, we just cut it down. All right. So we're going to say call into these APIs from the bot and write a way to detect message usage, and don't allow for any any privileged commands just yet. Wow. Okay, let's go load up the code that I have. Delete, 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 delete. There we go. Okay, so Abbott, over to here. Do I have multiple of these open? I do. Do I still have multiple? Okay. Restart Visual Studio to apply the latest updates. What changed? Per Windows zoom levels. Hey code voice command. Wow. Multi-file diff editor. Wait a second, I already saw this update. Did I? Pretty sure I saw this one. Yeah, I saw that change for sure. What else is there? Triggered breakpoints, expanded sticky scroll, markdown paste. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. So what do we do for the current bot that we have? We have some message listener thing. Yeah, on message. And we call process potential command. This works through Twitch. So we need something that's going to work through YouTube. And I guess it should just be a completely different bot. And so step one is just going to be getting the messages and being able to print them out as they happen. I'm going to write that down. Calling these APIs from the bot. So yeah, goal number one, just get messages from YouTube and print them out. And then goal number two is going to be funnel those messages into the same command system that the Twitch bot uses. So a lot of this stuff was Twitch specific and how this works. And maybe we just connect this to the database instead. Then every chat message is going to trigger a call to the database. Yeah, that's something I wanted to avoid. So I guess we'll need to hack some things together for now. Yeah. I'm not using InnerTube, no. TwitchBot uses. At first, just get this working. But eventually, we actually, you know what goal 1.5 is going to be? Send a message through YouTube chat from the bot based on some hard-coded thing. E.g. me saying test. Funnel those messages in the same command system that the TwitchBot uses. At first, just get it working, but eventually we need to abstract out the command stuff as much as possible. Don't allow for privileged commands just yet. And then goal number 3 is going to be deploy this so that it's working from the mini PC, modify environment files. Yeah. Using the official API being a mistake. I mean, I want to try this out. We'll see how it works. It's possible it's a mistake. All right, let's make some files. I'm close to break time. But package bot source. So I guess we're gonna make their YouTube. And then in here we're gonna open up what I call the Discord bot. Just have an init for it. Oh, it's not a class, that's why. Yeah, we just have everything in here. So how do I want to do this? Let's see, there's gonna be something that reads messages and then I guess emits them. So I'm gonna write my own like API wrapper. and I have one of these, there's no such thing as a connection that I have. I can just start calling things. Yeah, maybe I make an API client. Okay, start with that then. How am I? Yeah, API client.ts. They've probably given up on their API since everyone's using InterTube anyway. The thing about everyone using InterTube though is that it didn't look like the usage was so high that I could just trust that I can use this and get quick updates and everything. Where are their releases? 17 hours, 3 weeks, last month, January, December, November. Yeah, it looks like they do about one release per month. Which, I mean, is a pretty good cadence for this. I don't think it's a problem. Are there a bunch of issues? This would probably be the fastest way to just get started, I suppose. Simply ask for a higher rate limit. Yeah. I mean, it is possible to do that. And even I could do something like that too. Although I don't know what their likelihood of responding to it would be. Yeah. I'm just debating on whether you have type information here. They say TypeScript, but I don't see anything about installing types for this. When you ask, include ex-Google employees so they prioritize it. Oh man. All right, well, this has stuff for chat messages if I wanted to use it. Does it? I don't actually see it. Where's their API documentation for this? Or is it entirely this? I think someone had linked it earlier. I don't happen to see it right now. We have like get streaming data, but how? I guess let's just search for chat. Oh yeah, their example. That's where it was. Okay, so if we go to here, yeah, live chat as an event emitter, and we can just use this immediately and see what we're doing here. So let's take a look at how their polling works. So they do info and then get live chat. Yeah, where's that? Here it is. Live chat wrap. Want to go see that. Where is this type defined? Oh, livechat.js. And how do I go to this file? No match found. Oh, right, because it's actually TS and then it gets converted. Okay, so where were they trying to import it from? YouTube/live chat. Yeah, so this. So this must have that polling interval thing here. Poll live chat. So how does this work? Interesting. They must use that MS polling thing though, right? How could they not? It's called polling interval millis. Did they not look at that? They don't? What? What? Okay, so what are they doing then? Wait 2 seconds before requesting an incremental continuation. The action group is empty. Let's go back to where they're polling for stuff. Poll live chat. So execute live chat, get live chat replay, or get live chat. Where do they schedule this? This is start. So pull live chat must call pull live chat again. Yeah, it does. And so it just, what makes this wait if it works? I see a wait down here for 2000, but that's only if there was an error. If there's no error, we just constantly call pull. I guess there's this dot actions that execute. That could potentially have some waiting mechanism in here. Guess you could load the web page via embedded Chromium and scrape chat. Yeah, I don't think I would go to that extent. I would probably just call the API less frequently. Is inside smooth Q, which does a bunch of smoothing. Interesting, but it's not basing any of that on the return value of the API that they use. Like at some point, they're getting polling interval millis, and they're just not using it, I guess. Last update time, estimated update interval. Delay equals 1,000. Is that what that is? 1E4. No, 10,000. Yeah, 4 zeros. Okay, well, I definitely think for getting things set up faster, it makes more sense to use this. So I think we should pivot to using this. Yeah, so try using, this is called InnerTube. It's called YouTube.js. Try using YouTube.js. It should just be faster, and there's no reason to do this from scratch unless this library constantly breaks. MVP ahoy. Okay. All right, I think it's break time. I'm happy with how all of this is going. I've learned a lot already, and I see a path to getting what we need. And I think in the next hour that we spend on this, we'll be able to get these first two goals done. And then I think the next goal will be a little harder, but that at that point doesn't have to do anything with YouTube. It has to do with my own code. So we will kick off Jump Royale. Is it jump time? It's jump time. So JR Pleb, I saw you type name color mauve. I don't think that it detects that as a color, so you might have needed to type, I don't know, anything else, you know, red, purple, blue. Anyway, close the game. So yeah, let's get to working on this. So we want to install this. Prereqs. What do we have as a prereq? Fetch. You may provide your own fetch implementation. I want to just provide nodes, but what do I care? As long as they're using something, it doesn't matter. Response to object returned by fetch must thus be spec compliant, and event target and custom event are required. These are presumably built into Node at this point, right? Event target, yeah. And custom event. Custom event doesn't exist? Yeah, we'll just figure out if that's a problem later. Hope I wasn't too pushy about it. I just had too many headaches trying to do things right, and using an inner tube wrapper made my life so much easier. No. I think it's good. I don't think you're being too pushy. And also, I think seeing what a library does and realizing what you would have to do yourself is important. And then thinking about the tenet that I have, which is MVP rules the land. So here, really, what do I care about? Is it learning the YouTube API more than I already have? Not really. It's more getting the bot done. Hey, Darkstorm. So yeah, let's go install this. I can get the pnpm command by clicking over here, so I might as well do that. Okay, so code abbot package bot. Whoops, I'm inside Node right now. Code abbot package bots. All right, add this. You're the most valuable product. Okay, then I want to install types as well. Didn't we see that there's a way to do this? Can you just assume that it's this with just add types before it? Nope. I don't know how you find types if not for that. And I don't see it anywhere in the README, so I guess we just ignore that. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe we look through issues really fast. Maybe they have something on here about it. I search for TypeScript. Better typings, add TypeScript type definitions. Here we go. Closed as completed. Is it just part of the package, I wonder? Huh. Icon at the top next to the name. No, this package contains it. Oh, interesting. Oh, cool. Thanks, Hideo. I didn't know about that. With my extension, if you go to an untyped package, it shows the command and install the type. Interesting. Got it. This is, again, the problem with points. It's not every little thing that someone points out, because then I'd be giving out points all the time. It's mostly for things I think are big enough for a point, and that's very subjective. E.g. check Lodash. Oh, that's why there are 3 buttons then instead of 2. Okay. I see. Okay, yeah, interesting. All right, so we have types, we have the library. Let's go start using it. So they have installation and usage. Create an inner tube instance. And yeah, how do we create it? Probably need to pass in our API key at some point. Language is default. Yep, this is a good default. Account index to use. I don't need that. Setting this to a valid and persistent visitor data string will allow YouTube to give the session tailored content. Don't think I care about that. Specifies whether to retrieve the JS player. That shouldn't matter either. Safety mode? I don't even know what safety mode is. unsafe content. I guess like obscene content. I don't really care about that either. Specifies whether to generate the session data locally or retrieve it from YouTube. Useful if you need more performance. Don't care about that. Platform to use for the session. Sure. YouTube cookies. Wait, what? Where's the actual... Huh, I guess none of this needs your API key. Okay. Yeah, so let's... Maybe it's not API client where I want to use this exactly. For now, how about this? How about we just type some code directly into the Twitch bot, which I know makes no sense, but then we can eventually split it out. And when I say eventually, I mean before we've committed. So we'll make a private read-only inner tube. And this will be inner... What is the type? Should be an inner tube. Oh, I might need to restart extension host. No, wait, I shouldn't have to do that. Inner tube client. It's probably this. I don't actually know. Let's just try making it. Let's just see what it returns. Innertube.create returns what? Oh, yes, sure. This should be up here somewhere. But what does this return? An inner tube, yeah. Okay. And then inner tube. Okay, now in this case, we need to do this in some initializer that we have because it's asynchronous. I guess I get Twitch ID that way, but I don't set up any of this other stuff. Am I using Copilot? Yeah, I am. Okay, well, I guess I can't do this here then. So let's set this up from init. This dot init YouTube. Init YouTube. Inner tube equals whatever it said over here. All right. Cool. Now, there are... This is always a little bit weird. It's like, I'm in the US. I don't know what this is actually going to impact. But should I set the location to the default? Or should I explicitly set it to mine? And for now, we're just not going to worry about this. So next, how do we get the chat stuff? Let's go into their example that they had here. Before fetching a live chat, you have to retrieve the target live stream's info. Then you may request the instance. So this is on a YT. Unfortunately, I don't know what YT is supposed to be. It's supposed to be an inner tube. YT equals innertube.create, yes. Okay, and in theirs, they make a cache and they have generate session locally true. And then I do a YouTube search and get that. I don't want to do a search. I want to just get mine. There's got to be a way to do that. But we need to do these things then. So we need... And then the bot is going to need to do this multiple times per run. Because I will start the bot, once every week or something. And there'll be many streams per week. I can use the official API. There must be an API in here to use it too. And then I've got to write that down. Don't allow for privileged commands just yet. Make sure the bot can stay online and keep fetching the current live stream. Is there an event for when a stream goes live that I can use to just set the current stream? I should, I don't know. Yeah. It's going to be kind of annoying to work with that. So get info, how does this work? This is going to be this dot inner tube. Excuse me. All right, where's the doc? I want this open and I want the main thing open and nothing else right now. So in their example, they had something that was yt.search. So where do we find, there it is, search. So maybe what I want is to get this based on a channel ID. Get channel returns a channel. What is a channel? Has get videos, get live streams. Okay, yep, this is exactly what we want. Okie dokie, let's call into this. Okay, this dot inner tube dot get channel. And the ID is going to be the ID that I know that I use, but this should be parameterized at some point. So for now, let's just copy paste in the ID. Const channel ID equals this. And I'll say to do parameterize this somehow m file for the ID or maybe for the channel name. I don't know how I want to do it yet, but for now we just have that. So we call it get channel and then we get channel data equals this. Okay, now what does channel data have? We have get live streams, but there's a pound sign before it, which seems to imply that it's private. Hey, cat. Want to come over? Want to say hi to the stream? You just want to stay down there? Okay, fine. No one will have to see you then. So they don't do live stream stuff here, but what else do they have? They have get about, get videos. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same thing. Get live streams, and then we go through the live streams. There should only ever be one at a time. And if there isn't, hey, Krasner. If there isn't, I don't know what I would do exactly. Maybe we'll just call this channel. And then live streams equals channel dot get live streams. This returns a promise that, wait, what? Returns a promise that returns channels? What am I even in? I'm in channel right now. Ooh, I guess I get the live streams and then from there get videos maybe? Am I mistaken here? I'm not sure how this is going to work. Also, how does any of this work if I never gave it my API key? Huh. Yeah, huh. Get channel. Because there are no API keys? Because this is all the internal API. Oh my God. Wait, but doesn't that mean you're just bypassing the quota then? Oh man. This is ridiculous. How is it that there are no API keys? How do they expose anything that doesn't have an API key? All right, well, I guess we get the live streams and then we go through them and do something. Maybe get videos on it. How else would YouTube work for people not logged in? I guess that's true. Never thought about that. Yeah, I will need to send messages this way though. And I wonder if that's possible through this or if I do need to call the API. Do they have a way of sending it? Live chat.start. I'm not doing that, am I? No, I am not. Send message. They do have one. But this would only work if you were authenticated. But they don't ever call send message here, do they? I can authenticate as a user. I guess that's something I never tested out, is how do I send a message even with the API? YouTube chat API. They have a message.insert that I saw, this one. All right, how do you do this? identifies the properties that the right operation will set, as well as the properties. Set the parameter value to snippet. And then set live chat ID type. Okay, so let's test this out. I set this to snippet. I add in, what is this having me do? Author details. These aren't. What? Okay, I'm a little confused here. Set this to snippet, provide a live chat message resource in the request body. So here's the request body, and it says provide a live chat message resource. I guess author details is separate, and what I need to do is provide snippet. Okay, I see. All right, so snippet needs to have a live chat ID. We have the ID somewhere over here, which I have closed. Drat. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, fine. Then we need to go list the live chat thing again, which means we need the live chat ID, which means we need to go list live broadcast first. Oh, how fun. All right, well, at least we know how to do this now. So we set this to snippet, and we set the broadcast status to active, and then hit execute, and I sign in and click this, and continue, and allow. Okay, and now I get back my live chat ID, which I'm going to just write down over here. Live chat ID. Oh, you know what? This might have been in my messages over here. Yeah, there it is. Oh well. Or my notes, I meant. Okay, so live chat ID we set. Now we need the type. Currently, the only supported type is text message event. Okay. And now we need the text message details dot message text. Text message details dot message text. Hello world. Okay. Is that it? I guess we execute this now. Let's see. Here's the chat. And I click execute. Well, I guess I need to put this over here. I click execute. Then I sign in again. Hey, it worked. Here, I can shrink this window. All right, so we can do this using an API key then. Although it also has OAuth. I'm not sure which I'm gonna need. What if I just uncheck this? It works. All right, hello again. World, execute. API keys are not supported by this API. How fun. Login required. Okay, so then I do need OAuth data. Which means I need to save more things in the bot. And it means I need a way of refreshing these tokens. I wonder if that's something that this library can do. Source core OAuth. Access token, refresh token. Yeah, looks like it's something it can do. So it must have some way of refreshing this. Refresh if required. Yep. Fun stuff. Okay, so goal number one, get this. Send a message. I need OAuth details for this. Yeah. Because the API doesn't support just using the API key. Makes sense. The API key is not associated to a user. So like what name would show, what profile picture would show. Did the person suggesting this get points? Seems like a huge time saver. No, they did not. Makes sense, is more secure. Sometimes just wish things were easier when using in bots. Yeah, there isn't really. Yeah, I feel like there really isn't an easier way of doing things when it comes to this stuff. It's not that you'll never have points. I will give out points. It's just it's a subjective thing. And I don't know. Should requested points automatically subtract points? Who knows? Who knows who will be the fastest to negative? They have an auth example. Sessions, sign in, cache credentials. Oh boy. All right, my work is definitely cut out for me. Need to save the creds in the database. Well, we should be able to still do the first part, and that answers my question about what we need to do when it comes to credentials. So we get the live streams. We need to go over all the live streams and presumably get the videos of the live streams or something. I'm not actually totally sure. Read app passwords that we're using instead of your real password. Google removed all that. I think it was the right move. Like I said, I think OAuth makes sense in cases like this. You want to have granular permissions and you want to know who you're connecting as. And yeah, act as users. So this would be in the live streams themselves. And then we get the videos of the live streams, I guess. So we actually want this here twice. This would be for video of live streams. Do we have a videos thing? We do. This needs to be awaited. There's a get videos. Yep, needs to be awaited. And it returns. This is so strange. So live stream videos, I guess we get next. Await live stream. Oh wait, no, but live streams itself is a list of channels. No, it's just one channel. And then a channel has videos. So what's the difference between get channel? Why would I even do this? Is there a get live stream thing here? There isn't. So all right, I need to get a channel. And then from the channel, I get the live stream. This is like live stream channel. And despite that it's called this, and get live stream should have been awaited. And then we get the videos of that. And then we go through the videos, although there should only ever be one. But this itself is a channel as well. Right? It's so bizarre. Get videos returns a channel. How did they do this? Video title to string. Maybe the live stream itself has enough. I don't know, whatever. Let's just set a breakpoint here. Yeah. Just break here and just forget all this other stuff. Okay, let's try that out. Okay, packages, bots, and then pnpm start. Okay, so it should break in. None of queried intents are known by the auth provider. That's not good. I know that's a Twitch chat error, but that's not good because I didn't change anything there. Well, whatever. All right, live stream channel. What do we have? A whole bunch of stuff. Oh, all right. Let's type all this in, I suppose. So live stream channel. Oh, it didn't actually tab complete that. All right, nothing in here should be private because I never gave it any auth information. So we should have videos. That's a function that'll return them. Do we have the metadata already? Aha, we do. Do we have a live chat ID here? No, it's the thing with kick in it. Does kick show up anywhere in here? No. So I do need to call get videos on this? Get videos? That'll return a promise, which I guess isn't going to help me unless I do it out then and get the videos and then print out the videos. Console.log videos. So it should print out. It does not seem like it's going to print out. And I wonder is it because I'm pausing the debugger? It could be. I'll just hit play and we'll see what happens. A live stream videos. That was from it's from something else I had written. Never actually did print other. Oh no, here it is. Channel metadata. I'm so confused. I don't think I did this right. But I think it's not enough to just get the live stream. I think we also need to go through its videos. So let's stop this whole thing. How do I stop this? There we go. Oh, wait, it printed out there. What is all this? What did I print out? Channel. Where did this print out? Why is it so difficult? Live stream videos. Yeah, I think this is what I was printing out from the debug thing. So do we have the live stream ID? It doesn't seem like it. Do I even have the current live stream? Something like learning YouTube chat. It doesn't look like that either. So okay. I think I'm right then in how I was thinking about this, but it's just so hard to tell. We go through each video of this. Channel must have a symbol iterator. They did this though, right? Really is an afterthought. Seems weird to have a relationship between stuff. I mean, it was an afterthought for sure because YouTube came about in what, early 2000s, and live streaming wasn't really popular until like at least 2012. And I wouldn't say it got really, really popular. And then YouTube didn't add live streaming until I don't even know when. So it was definitely added on afterward. And YouTube already had such a gigantic set of videos at that time. So here they go over videos.videos. Oh, I see. Okay. So there's a dot videos that I did not realize exists on channel. And that's not the same as get videos. When I don't even see that here. I don't think that is a thing. What? I'm so confused. Unless it comes from some parent type, like tabbed feed has it. Hey, Andoran, thanks for resubbing. Big 5-0. My goodness. No, you're telling everyone to subscribe. That's a good message, Andoran. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I don't seem to have videos here. And if we were to say live stream videos.videos, it is a property, and it's a property on a feed. So it does exist here. I see, yeah. Right now. YouTube is old, yep. Yeah, and YouTube Shorts at least are just YouTube videos. So I guess those would have been easier to tack on. All right, well, we're going to get the title of this and we're just going to see if this works. I don't know how. Could we have just done live stream channel.videos? We could have. Okay, well, let's do both, I suppose. Live stream channel video. Yeah. All right, let's try running this. So I don't need the breakpoint. We're just going to hit the play button, which means we're going to do this. npm start. Did it print anything out? It did. It printed out a bunch of stuff. These are all my live streams. Okay, so I just want the active one. What am I sipping? This is water. With a container this big, if it were anything other than water, that'd be ridiculous. It reminds me of Tom Segura and what's the other guy's name? Bert or Brent or something. And he was like, "What are you drinking?" And he had a giant bottle like this, and the guy said Kool-Aid. He's like, "Are you serious?" And it was actually Kool-Aid. But no, I'm not drinking a ridiculous amount of Kool-Aid. Random Dev, thanks for subbing. There's been a good amount of subscriptions today. Thank you all. Okay, so I have a way of fetching all of these videos, and I just want the ones that are active. I wonder how many of these will get returned at a time. Like, is there a way for me to say get live streams that are active? And I'm guessing there isn't. And so what happens if this needs to be paginated? Like, I can't really test this easily right now, but yeah, does get videos eventually return only 100 or something? Get all videos in a feed. Oh, Space Script, thank you too. Wow, very generous, everybody. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I guess we'll find out when the bot just stops working on YouTube someday. What about broadcast? Is there an API for that? There is. I'm getting live streams, but I'm getting all of them. And so a video presumably has some like active, or it doesn't. What does video have? It's any of these things. Video, I guess. Is live. That's what I want. Is live. Property is live does not exist. Well, it is underscore live, but even that doesn't exist. Where did I find this? What is observed array anyway? Okay, it's an array of any of these things. Right, so it might be a video, but I know that it's a video, so I could cast it as a video. V equals video as video. Capital video. We should have that as a type, right? I guess that's not. How do I tell if this is live? Gotta be a way to do this. Let's just search for is live. This exists on video. Yeah, it's right there. It exists on practically all of these things, though. It just doesn't exist on exactly all of them. So is there anything in the examples about how to do this? No. All right. Well, can I get this type? Video. Yeah, it's been exported. Why did that not show up, though? Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I want to find some way to check if this is live. And it's just not showing on this thing. Maybe v dot is live. Well, if I could have cast this, then it would have worked. But for whatever reason, it's saying can't find in video, even though this, it knew that it could autocomplete. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why I can't find that. Let's just try importing video from YouTube. Has no exported member video. Did you mean... No, I don't think I meant that. How is this exported then? It must not make it outside of here. It must just be something that the parser uses and they intentionally don't want to expose. That's possible, but then that would mean that there's another thing that I need to call to get the proper type of video that we're doing here. So it wouldn't be this. But if not for that, then what else? Because I'm guessing things like real item doesn't have an is live. Yeah. And that's our problem here. Maybe I could... No, I can't do anything if I can't check where this type is. Can we search for capital? How about this? Let's clone the repo so I can actually do some like proper searching. Temp get clone. There is an API for listing the broadcast status, but we're using something called the inner tube, which is for their internal API. And so if I go into this YouTube JS thing and I search for video, does this ever get exported outside of here? There are a whole lot of results. This is probably some dist folder kind of thing, huh? It's in changelog. Okay, so I want to ignore changelog. And I guess I also want /s around both of these things. How do you search for this? There we go. Yeah, there's just this here. It's exported. It's a default class. It comes from this, but this is in source. This must not make it into the types that get exposed. I'll link in the library I'm using. It's this. Huh. I have to sneeze. Oh, managed to sneeze. Nice. Yeah, well, I am perplexed. I think let's look at the issues. Has anyone ever asked about this? They must have, right? Okay, wait, I have another idea. I printed this stuff out, right? I did, but I didn't print out all of the metadata. Can I print out all of the metadata? Can I just stringify this? Stringify the video. Okay, let's try that and see what we have. Thank you, Yarn Dev. All right, so this is going to print a whole bunch of information. And here is one such video. So if we get rid of this, then we can format this. And somewhere here, it should know that it's live. This one's not live, though. This is my first simulcast. Okay, well, let's get the current simulcast. It must be the uppermost one of these. This one. All right, yeah, this is the current video because we can see that it says it's about taking a look at the chat API. Does this know that it's live? Text live. Oh, come on. Oh, man. All right, well, we can check the duration text. YouTube nodes is exported. Maybe we can do that. YouTube nodes.video. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, then I just need to import this. All right, and then we get is live. So let's change this back to what it used to be, which is video.title, which is apparently what? Text. All right, .toString. And then put a thing next to it if it's live. Is live, question mark. Yeah, that. Okay. All right, let's try that. You don't have to cache, you have to instance of. You're saying if video instance of that, then delete this and change this to video. Actually, wait, live video. I don't know how that happened. That was AI just doing that. Okay, let's try that out now. Okay, good. So that worked. So thank you, Adeo. What's the else branch of that if then? The else is to pretty much just ignore it. Because I only care about live videos and they have to be videos. Now we are going to run into some issues here. Yeah, this won't be as straightforward as I'd like it to be. Because there may be no live videos at the time. Whoops, I accidentally pressed the button on my keyboard. Okay, so we at least found a way of getting the live video. Now, I don't know in the future, I don't know how that's happening. This may be problematic when the API returns 100 plus videos in the future. I don't know. I don't know what we would do about that. Maybe they handle that. Maybe we could take a look at how they do that by checking for get live streams. Yeah, let's try that. They are paginated. Get live streams. Get tab by URL. Return new channel. Can't you just check with another channel? Yeah, but I need to know about another channel that has more than like 100 live streams and is currently live. Because maybe the live one is always returned. Maybe it's the last 100, and so the live one is always part of that. That's probably what's done. Yeah, I would expect this to return the latest videos, which should always include the currently live video. Anyway, okay, so we get the video, and then we need to get live chat from that video. So in this case, if video is live, then we get its ID. Oh, wow, they have an as YouTube notes that video. Oh, man. All right, well, whatever. Video.id, and then get the live chat and call start. So we'll say console.log. Actually, we'll just do this. Starting live stream, or getting chat, initializing chat for video with title. Good. Unexpected if as the only statement in a if block. That else. This implies that I'm doing something else wrong, because I don't know why that would be an issue here. I guess because I'm not just merging it into this. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Yeah, thank you, War Angel. All right, so once we get the live chat, then we can start getting messages from it, I guess. So let's get the messages. Live chat dot ev, I suppose. Should just be in the example. Ev live chat dot on start. So hey, welcome to live chat. What is this? Initial info is what you see when you first open AA live chat. This is initial actions, pinned messages, top donations, accounts info, and so forth. I don't know what this will be. Initial data. I guess we should just take a look at all of this stuff. Views, likes, dates. I don't care about this. I guess you also want to break too, as I can imagine you can only have one live. Yeah, that I'm going to eventually get to, because there are going to be a couple of things here. For one, I can't just call init YouTube once. I need to update what the live stream is at any given time. And there's maybe an event for figuring that out. Yeah, I'm just going to say to do need to make sure I'm always fetching the current live stream, which means this function can't just be called once per bot lifetime. Hey, Boem. Yeah, how am I going to scale for clones? What happens if the clones get weary of their current lives? They say they want agency. You kill the clone. Yeah, you can have multiple live streams on one channel. This is what I think a lot of conventions probably do, where they're like, here's, this keynote speech, and here's this keynote speech. And okay, so here's everything. And I guess we'll just say like set up live stream over here. None of this is async, is it? No. All right, so we'll just say set up live stream message event handlers. This is all just prototype level code. All right, so that's live chat. We're going to take in this live chat. It is called live chat. Who would have thought? And then we do set up live stream event list. Live chat. Now, we set up the listeners before we call start. So that means we put this at the bottom of this. Cool. Now, what are all these errors? Cannot find live chat continuation. Guess I need to import all these things. Oh, live chat isn't a type that you can just get. Yeah, that's true. Tournaments do that a lot. We'll have multiple live streams. Are you serious? Where does this live? Live chat. Extends YT node. Okay, so it's probably in that. Same thing I did over here, right? YT nodes. Nice, it is. What a strange way of doing things. Is live chat continuation not part of it? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Extends YT node. No, why don't I have that then? Well, what's in YT nodes? Let's go take a look at that. Do we have chat continuation? No, we don't. We have continuation item. Does this mean that their example is broken, or that this is not what I think it is? Hey, Rhyme. Live chat continuation. I wonder if this example works. It is its own class, so I don't know. Maybe it's exported different. It's exported on its own. Okay, wow. Well, we're getting there. we've handled a couple of these things. This has no on. No, come on. You're kidding me, API. You're just joking, right? Live chat dot on. This does have an on. So the live chat that we're getting from this is not just a, oh, it's a live chat wrap. Excuse me. Excuse me for the silliness. And that doesn't exist like that. It exists like this. No? Still doesn't? Where does, what? What is going on? What is live chat wrap? Live chat itself extends event emitter. And event emitter has on. Why was I not able to get this then? Live chat. Well, live chat doesn't exist. It does exist in here, but this is not the same kind. Yeah, okay, so YT node is different. All right, so then we need to find a way to get live chat. And I don't know how we do that. If it's properly typed, I don't even need to type here. You're saying I have to just delete this? No, I need something here, right? All right, so if we go back to this in the on. Oh, this is not the problem though. The problem is that I can't get the type of this, the parameter. Live chat is supposed to be this type. Maybe it's YT node? No, it's, well, does that work? Change spelling. Yeah, no, it's not in here. Live chat. No, it is here. What? Oh, right, but that's a different kind, is what I learned. I need the other kind. This isn't an event emitter. This isn't even the right thing. That's what I'm confusing myself by. They have two different things called live chat, and this is the one that I want. So where does this get exported from? Who knows? Export default right there. And yet nothing knows that this exists. I wonder if we can just try the import directly. Equals return type class. Okay, that would work, I guess. It's so weird. It's so weird. All right, so type live chat equals return type class method. What is the class? I don't even know. Info is a video info dot get live chat. Video info dot get live chat. Cannot find namespace video info. Make it stop. Somebody, I want to get off this ride. Where is video info? No. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. I mean, it still can't find this, but yeah. Get off this wild ride. So we need to figure out where video info comes from. I guess we could do it the same way we did it over here. We get a video info from get info. Except for that's a promise. So I could do inner tube get info. The return type of that is a promise. And then I take TypeScript get type without promise. How to unwrap the type of a promise. Is this even what I want to do? Return type awaited, return type video, get info, get live chat. Something like that. This is ridiculous. This is... All right, so we can say type video info equals, and where do we get this from? Inner tube get info. Yeah, so that's what I want. Inner tube get info. So it's the awaited return type of this. Inner tube get info. Okay, and now now that should just work. I think we're good. Does it work? Is there red over here? Oh, the red is gone. It's just down here now. Video being YT nodes video. I apparently have this working, I think. All right. So now what's failing down here? Unexpected if as the only if statement. Okay, that we can pretty much ignore. Because we can just put this here and that. Okay, what are these? Unnecessary optional chains. Let's ignore that stuff. Returning a void expression, don't care. Returning void expression, cannot find name chat action. Did you mean see data section? No, I did not. Where does chat action come from? We could apparently just ignore that and have it not care. Okay. What next? Unnecessary conditional. Items always falsy. Unsafe argument of type any. I don't care about this right now. Missing curly braces. That should be auto fixable, right? Yeah. Okay, so now the only error messages we should have are error messages I don't really care about, right? Yes. Oh, what a time. Okay, so what happens when we get a message? Do we actually print something? Chat update. Where's just on getting a chat message? I guess that's chat update. Action represents what's being added to live chat. So chat message is right here. Console.info is whether or not they're a moderator. And then the time and then the contents. Okay. I think we can try this out. This is nuts. Yeah. All right. It failed immediately. What happened here? What is this? Initializing chat. Client side toggle menu item not found. This is a bug? How could this be a bug? How is this working? It's working through polling, yeah. This is is it an extension that shows the function headers? It's called sticky scrolling, I believe. I gotta take another break. Also, I have a hard stop in about an hour. I'm gonna take my break. When I get back, I'll try to work on, excuse me, this error. In fact, actually, let's try one other thing really fast. If I type test, yeah, no, that didn't work. Also, I'm logged in as the wrong user. Wait, what? It worked. Look at that. Okay, so we just ignore all the errors. I'm gonna go take a break. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Close the game. All right. This 30 can't send the same message, killed me. You can add any garbage to your message. So just type J5, J5A, J5B, those sorts of things. Hideo, you should try Jump Royale someday. All right, so why does it happen? By the way, if I get this working, I guess we could eventually do this um, through YouTube as well. And that way, Jump Royale could be played on YouTube and then Hideo wouldn't be bothered. Never played, never will. But what if you did? What if you stop using Orb Stack, put the whole thing down, stop paying money every month, and just dive right in? All right, so why is this happening? It says inner tube error, client side toggle menu item. So is this a known issue? One open. Uh-oh. I have the same problem. Okay, well, I also have the same problem. So I'm going to click the thumbs up. The day I use Orb Stacks, you'll play? Like I just had to use it for one day. I pay like 10 bucks or whatever it is, and Hideo's going to play a game with me. One day equals one command. One command. Come on. That wouldn't be fair. If you're gonna do a deal with the devil kind of thing, you might as well just follow through. All right, so what's next on this? I guess we got it to list out live stream messages. It's not very fast because of the whole polling time. So if I put this over here and this alongside it, so this is another message. Let's see how long it takes. I'm gonna press enter now. It was like 4 seconds. How long will this one take? Oh man. Okay, well, whatever. I don't think we can really do anything about that. It's kind of a shame though. All right. Well, that was get messages to print out. And then the next thing is to be able to send a message. That's a whole bunch of OAuth stuff. I guess we could have it. I don't know. I think there's a lot more to be done on this. All right, well, let's prune out some of the code. So paid messages. What is a paid message on YouTube? Super chat. I think I've seen these. Okay, well, no one's probably gonna run a command inside a paid message, so I think we can just delete this. How paid chatters. And then paid sticker. What is that? YouTube paid sticker? Super chat and super sticker. What is a super sticker? I want to see a picture. What does it look like? Super stickers. This? Oh my goodness. Oh, what's happened to humanity? Is this the sign we've gone too far? Oh man. Didn't I use it for a couple days? Yeah, that's true. It's true, Toulouse. All right, yeah, we're not allowing this either. And then if we don't have that type, so I guess all we care about is if the item type is live chat text message. Yeah. I wonder how it could not have an item. Apparently that's never the case, so we get rid of that. Now hours, if it has a timestamp, then use the timestamp, otherwise now. and the timestamp is literally an any because it might not exist. And we did have has key on this. Seriously. All right, what is an item? YouTube node. Which, yeah, just has a has key thing. That's a shame. Yeah, that's a shame. Because it literally has to be in any type. We could probably cast this as a date. It says new date here, so we can't assume it's a date because it could be a string, number, or date. I guess we should print it out. Console.log timestamp on the item, comma, item.timestamp, and then type of the timestamp on the item. Type of item.timestamp. Okay, now I know that you can't rely on this being here, but we're just going to test this out. What is the timestamp? Is it going to work? Okay, so timestamp is a number. Yeehaw, we figured it out. Ugh. All right, so as number. Which is probably a bad idea, actually. Maybe what if we did this? Can you do that? You can. Oh, man. What does it even mean? I don't know. All right, well, that way YouTube could always change what they input for this. So then switch item type. I don't care about that. I care about only if it is a live chat message. So if item type equals live chat message, then do this stuff. We don't need a break. We don't need a default. And we're probably good. Whew. All right, unnecessary optional chain. So we can delete that. We can delete this. All right. I'm just fixing up errors for right now. Yeah. Is this type safety? I mean, we know that if timestamp exists, it needs to be something that can be put into a date, at least because that's what their example did. So technically, this is accurate. This is all the things that a date constructor can accept. It's probably always a number. So we can probably delete these. And I guess we might as well just do that. Also, I'm not even going to use this eventually. I guess this is pointless. It's so stupid. Oh, man. I can just imagine how much extra work this is going to incur because I got to do all the OAuth stuff. And like, should I do that over the weekend? Actually, our friends have been getting together. So maybe I could work on this over there. I don't know. Tiny bit better than in any, yeah. Okay, so I don't care about this. What other weird things do we have here? If it's pinning a message, unpinning a message, or deleting a message. None of these matter for the sake of the bot. Okay, so the live stream ending. Is there something on the live stream starting? This is on starting the chat, right? Is there, it says, hey guest, welcome to live chat. Okay. Embrace the any, no thank you, valet. And this says it's unnecessary because these always exist, I guess. This should also be unnecessary then, right? Oh no, it's not necessary for here. It's necessary for this. So this is, I wonder if this can happen if I don't have a live stream running. We could test this on any other channel. Yeah, I could test on Adam Mentors. Yeah, so how do I get the current channel that we have? There it is, channel ID. Yeah, so I just need to set this to Adam Mentors, then we can take a look at whether it works there. So Adam Mentors. How do I get the ID of this? Is there a way to do this? Share channel? Copy channel ID. Whoa, I did not expect that to be there. Wow. That was a total shot in the dark. Amazing. I'm a genius. All right, I should probably write that down somewhere. Yeah, so note anywhere that you need to provide a channel ID. If you want to fetch this manually, just go to the channel, e.g. YouTube. Oh, I don't have that as a thing. Then click the about text. I guess let's do this over here. There might be a better way to do this. Then click the about text. I'll put this as its own thing. Getting the channel ID manually. All right, so go to the channel, click the about text. Good. And then at the bottom is share channel. There we go. And we want to put this and this and this. Every possible indicator. And then click share and copy channel ID. Share channel, copy channel ID. Okay. Make this smaller, I guess. There. Yeehaw. Season 7 would be Adam rebuilds if season 6 is Adam destroys. And yeah, Blind Valley, this is like the best organization tip for things. Whatever you look for, put it where you expect to find it when you finally find it. Okay, so what did I just do that I wanted the channel ID for? Oh yeah, I was going to test if I'm not on a live stream, what happens here. So let's go try that out. We're just going to rerun this. Tab streams not found. Well, I did not expect that. Where is that coming from? I don't know. Probably this. Oh yeah, because this, I remember the code of this. Get live streams is really something, yeah, this. Tab streams. So that might not even exist. Get tab by URL. Is that a thing that get tab by URL? Throw inner tube error, tab not found. Okay, so we got to find a channel that does have the live tab but isn't live streaming. Does anyone have a YouTube channel that they can provide for me for that? Any channel that's offline, maybe Coding Garden? I'll take a look in a sec. Okay, so if this doesn't exist, try catch error. So this can happen if the streams tab doesn't even exist. All right, yeah, thank you. All right, Casey, here's your point. Here it is. So this is Adam Learns. This is Adam Mentors. And this is Mystery Channel. All right, so back to Adam Mentors for a second, though. If there's an error, we're just going to say console.error could not... Actually, I guess this probably should be thrown. Could not find live streams for channel... channel ID, I guess. Subscribe for a point. You can't even subscribe. You already are subscribed. Okay, then I want to do all this stuff that we had. All right, and since I'm not using the error, we just get rid of the binding. Sure. Okay, so now when I rerun this, it'll just log that we couldn't find the live stream. Could not find live streams for channel. Yeah. Okay, good. So there's that. Now, what about this mystery channel? So they're not live. So the big question here is, will it show this? Hey, guest. No. Interesting. Right. I don't see guest somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Linus text tips. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay. So if the stream is already live, this function will be invoked. If the stream is not live, this function will not be invoked. And so now here's the big question. If the stream wasn't live originally, but comes online while the bot is running, what happens? And I can't test this easily unless I start another live stream. So we would need to do this before the next stream to figure out what happens. So here's why this is important to me. I want events on starting and stopping a stream, and I think this represents those events. But I don't know for sure. All we know is the first two things that I have definitely confirmed. So we can write little check marks for those, and then a question mark for this one. So we need to test that out. But if that works, there is this live stream has ended. I can test that at the end of this stream. And then I can always keep track of which is the current live stream, because I should only ever have one on my channel at a time. If I ever do have multiple, we'll probably have an issue. And I guess to handle the case where I have multiple streams, maybe just take the newer one. Emitted when the first chat pull request is successful, otherwise it emits error and ends after 10 retries, which also stops the polling. Oh boy. Okay, so there is no is a channel live now. It's not live, but it's scheduled. Even beyond that, scheduled and scheduled time is past. Channel's still not live. Yeah, I'll need to try those things out. I wonder then if there's a way to figure out that a stream has gone live. I guess not. Also, the retries were 2 seconds apart. Oh, man. I'm going to need to do my own polling. Oh, you know what I could do? My bot is aware when I'm online on Twitch. So we could use that information to check when I'm online on YouTube. Yeah, so this is actually goal number 4. Goal number 3 is going to be detect when I'm live on YouTube. I can't just use... I can't just use whatever that method was. This live chat done on start. Since it only retries so many times. Could I even use this library to check that? I guess if all it's doing is calling the underlying APIs to list out your broadcast anyway, then no, there wouldn't be a way. YouTube API detect when live stream starts. How to retrieve start time of a live event. No, I don't. Wait, what was that last one? No. Now I know how to check if it is streaming. Yeah, detect if a YouTube live stream is what? Online or live? Try and scrape the web page. I know this is from 6 years ago. Couldn't find anything for a client to detect if it's running. Oh man. What's this? Search.list, specify the channel name. So every once in a while, I need to detect whether the stream is live. Now, since I don't ever stream just to YouTube, we can shortcut this for me, and that's probably what I should do. Yeah. I should probably say something like, hey, I'm online on Twitch. So that probably means I'm online on YouTube. Because otherwise, what do you end up doing? Like, how often do you pull? And I'd say like maybe once per minute or something like that. I think that's pretty reasonable. And maybe this is just the way we should start with because this is the easiest. Just every minute, check if I'm live. Wait a second. This function would never be called because we'd never call start because we wouldn't have a stream. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just need to do that. I can't use this for more reason, for an even bigger reason, which is that I wouldn't have a live chat to listen on in the first place. So just pull for a new stream once per minute. Yeah. When one is found, stop polling until the stream goes offline. Use the Twitch Go Live event. I could do that, yeah. But I don't really think there's a big problem. If you can't use commands on YouTube for the first minute that it's live, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Hey, Kappa. Nice golden Kappa you got there. All right, what time is it? 12 o'clock. So yeah, I think I want to do the OAuth stuff off stream at some point. Kind of want to plan a little bit about what's going to happen next. What's my overall goal? I have the today command at any given point, and that usually gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. In this case, it was just to get it so that my bot commands that work on Twitch would also work on YouTube. And I think assuming I did this off stream, that the rest of this wouldn't be too bad to do on stream. This will be kind of annoying to set up, but like, whatever, I got to do it. I have in my database, if we go take a look at this, I have a table for Twitch OAuth tokens. So I'm not going to select star from that, but if I do describe Twitch OAuth tokens, you can at least see what goes in here. And it's the access token and the refresh token. So I would need to make something like this for YouTube tokens as well. Alternatively, I could put something like this in. No, I'd probably just make a new table. Yeah. Probably need a new table for YouTube OAuth tokens. It's really just the bot that needs one. Maybe I just store this in config. The bot has an access token and a refresh token. what do we need when we produce this ourselves? Sign out, create cookies, credentials. What is working example can be found here. Client ID, client secret, redirect URI. This is for getting the tokens. And then I pass in access token refresh, expiration client ID, client secret. I don't know what the client ID and client secret are though. I guess I never made an application. I made a project. Huh. Maybe that's a problem. Hey, Merc. Man. All right, let's look at wherever that was. Getting started. Register your application. What else do I need to do here? Open credentials page, add API key. I don't know where it was. Yeah, here it was. Create a project. Enable the API. Select a client library. Where would I get the client ID and secret from? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Client ID and secret. Where do they even take these from? Your OAuth 2 client ID and secret. Oh, I see. Okay. It's in the project. Oh, that's what registering an application did. Got it. Okay, so I'll need to, oh man, I'll need to do a lot. So if you ever need a client ID or client secret, those come from the OAuth page in the project. Create a project, create an OAuth client ID web application. A web application on the OAuth page in this. That is not the page I wanted. I don't even know what just happened. I wanted this. Okay, so you can see some information. I guess there are OAuth examples here. See more information through their OAuth examples here. This is not for this is now just using InnerTube through the InnerTube OAuth examples here, which then links to the code, which is just that right there. Yeah, good. Okay, cool. Happy with that. Yeah, the comments right above it. Yep. Wait a second. This implies you're subscribed to somebody else, JR Pleb. Hey, Mohammed. Do you want to be the first person to get banned on YouTube? Because typing random characters is probably the way to do that. Okay, so I need to save creds in the database. Bot has access token and refresh token. Where am I saving this stuff then? I guess in this table. Yeah, I guess that answered my own question. So then, yeah, I'll probably make a new table for this. I need a new table for OAuth tokens based on what's used here. And the here is going to be this. I wonder if we could just rename this table. Maybe we rename which OAuth tokens to just OAuth tokens. Not sure if that's a good idea. Yeah, so what I'm thinking about is, oh, here we have a Twitch ID. Never mind. So we know what user this is for. Oh, man. You may want a YouTube ID in the table and be able to correlate it to a real user. How much tech debt do I want to incur? What am I building? I'm making a, yeah, thanks. It's the today command. Essentially, I'm making a YouTube chat API for the bot. So this bot is responding in Twitch. It can also respond on Discord, although it's just using all the commands on Twitch. So if I type something like today over here, it will also respond to that same thing. And I want it to be that when I type something over on YouTube, so if I type something like today over here, it should also respond to there. And we're kind of toward the end of the stream right now. I've got to authenticate the bot. And in order to do that, I've got to work with some sensitive information. So maybe I'll try to do that over the weekend. And then that way, when we get back on Monday, I can kind of finish the rest of this code off. Need some way of fetching tokens too. This is all just annoying. Yeah, activate co-working. I want to try that again on Thursday. And then we're coming up on March, right? I think next week is March. It's the 23rd. Yeah, so 1 week from today, we're going to be in March. And March is going to be a little different. I think I am going to work on the organization course. Start making the organization course. Try interviewing people. I don't know about these other things. But yeah, it's a lot planned. Always a bit of a pain to work with. It's a pain to work with while streaming for sure. It's not so bad. Let's say there was nothing private about OAuth stuff. I think we could just start working on it on Monday. But otherwise, it's something I gotta do on the weekend. Funny how much work that was to open a calendar. The thing is, I have a Google Calendar, but if I were to open it, you'd see all of my personal events on it. So I don't ever open it that way. But yeah, that's what I would have typically done. And in fact, I would have it on my homepage, and I just press C and open the calendar. Oh, speaking of opening things on my homepage, let us add a new thing here saying, I guess technically it's Abbott, spent the morning learning the YouTube API and then getting InnerTube set up to read messages. I'm double typing a lot of R's. I need to probably fix that key. Set up to read messages. Sending messages will involve getting OAuth tokens, so I'm going to save that for off stream. No afternoon stream due to meetings. Okay. All right, I should probably get going or I won't have time for lunch. So let's go raid somebody. Trying to raid different people. Okay, there's someone named Cruel Rice online doing a game jam. So let's go raid them. If you want to join Discord, here is the link. And here's the newest video I made on YouTube. I don't ever think it's a great idea to spam people with stuff at the end of a stream, but there you have it anyway. And yeah, thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching. I am going to be back online on Monday. Next week should be a mostly normal week. We'll try co-working again, probably on Thursday. And hopefully I don't have any more connection issues. I've dropped 0 frames this entire stream, so it's probably just a blip that happened yesterday. Anyway, thank you again. Have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.